I do want to say this really fast. What I see hip hop as a form of worship music.
Mm.
I see hip hop as a form of worship music. I don't think there's a generation before me that I mean, you're talking KJV is the only
One
God translation
that you can use.
in order to be holy. And it's man, I'm not personally a fan of the KJV translation. But man, sometimes I go to it. The Lord's Prayer and KJV just hit different, right?
Yeah.
But that same generation, they grew up thinking hip hop was the devil's music. Have you had do you know, like, do you know this?
Oh yeah, there was hip hop, and then before that was rock music. Everybody had their thing that was like, oh my gosh, don't go near it.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, it was not, it was warranted somewhat just
Mhm.
because of what was popular and what
Mhm.
people listened to wasn't like the best
Mm.
type of thing that you want to put in your brain.
Fair.
But there's also some good stuff in there too.
Well, and I would say music also wasn't as accessible
True.
since the beginning, man. So something that y'all should know on this channel, we're gonna start doing video essays. I'm gonna do a video essay on the history and Christian hip hop. People don't know this, but record labels controlled the industry. And so unless you knew
Somebody
who knew,
mm-hmm.
then you weren't on the radio. And then because they controlled the industry, they controlled the sound. And so when we think about hip hop and the rise of hip hop and the sound of hip hop, it was mostly secular.
Very much so.
And I think even when you think about hip hop, Christian hip hop in particular, there's always been Christians in hip hop. There's always been Christians trying to record and give music for the glory of God. Whether it was explicitly gospel or narrative based, I mean, gospel gangsters. I'm going, like, I can get into, we're going to get into that all the time. But what I'm trying to say is it's always been there. And God has always used that medium. And what I love about what's happening now, because I was raised by a dad who was plugged into that. When he became a believer, he loved hip hop. And he was a young man, early 20s, and he sought it out. And so I didn't even know about secular hip hop until like elementary school. I was sitting at a lunchroom table. I can't make this up. There was a white boy. I mean, yo, I'm serious. There was a white boy who was like, man, you love hip hop? I'm like, man, I love hip hop. He says, man, you heard of Eminem? And I was like,
oh, he was excited about that mug.
Oh, he was definitely excited about that. Yeah.
Just want to be.
Hey, chill. Hey.
No.
Oh, it's off the hook. Black people love Eminem too, Cole.
Oh, yeah, he's great. I like him. I was saying, it's representation, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, man, that is funny. Dude, I was like, man, who is Eminem? And, dude, when you think about it now, black culture is hip hop. He was like, dude, he was disappointed in my blackness. He was like, dude, you don't know hip hop. I was like, I'm in 5th grade. But I'm like, dude, I do know hip hop. I know the Ambassador. I know Cross Movement. I know Lecrae. I know Propaganda and Braille. And
oh, he's like,
who? Who?